Most people, when they go to a casino, they're going to end up playing a slot machine. Actually, in the United States, the average casino makes about 70% of its profits off the slot machines. Now, most people know how to play a slot machine. You just put your money in, you push the button, pull the handle, whatever. So they know how it works, but they want to know how to win more often. The one question we get more often from people, most often from people, is how do you win more often on a slot machine? So today we're going to give you our 4 secrets for winning on slot machines.
Now, what you got to understand before we go into this is at the end of the day, a slot machine is just a computer that is programmed to pay out less money than it takes in the long run. Anything can happen in the short run, but in the long run, you're not going to win money on a slot machine. So these tips are going to help your money last longer, because the longer you play, the more chances you have of hitting a jackpot, and hitting a jackpot is probably how you're going to come out ahead when you leave on a slot machine. All right, so number 1 is to always join the Players Club. And you'll see a lot of bad information all over the internet, and especially in our comment section, you'll see it, where people will say, oh, don't join the Players Club. It's a sucker thing to do, because if you happen to win money and you're playing on your Players Club, they're going to know that you hit a jackpot, and then they're going to somehow flip a switch and set the slot machines to just take all of your money back. As soon as you put your Players Club card in, they're just going to know that it's set to take back all your money. And that's not the case. That's not how casinos work. In the long run, casinos know that they have the edge. They're going to make money in the long run. You've heard the saying, the house always wins. They know that. We know that. So all they want to do is just get people to play as long as they can. And you'll get, the reason we tell you to join the Players Club is you'll get a lot of bonuses after you play, and it'll make your play more worth it.
Yeah, what you want to do is try and cut down the casino edge on any game you play. So if you play slot machines, the casinos love slot machine players because they make most of their money off of those players. So what they'll do is they'll rebate back to you some of your expected losses. See, these are all theoretical, but in real life, it's pretty close to the expected outcome over a long period. We always say the long term. The casino's going to expect to win a certain amount of money, and therefore they'll rebate back to you money in the way of free play to let you play for free on the games. So whatever you can do by using that free play, it's going to cut down on the casino advantage. So anytime you cut down the casino advantage, it's good, and you want to be able to stay in action as long as you can. Number one, because it's fun. If you go into the casino and you lose you lose all your money in 15 minutes, that's not much fun. If you can go in a casino and your money lasts for a couple of hours, well, you can have a lot of fun. You'll have winning sessions, and you go down and you go up, and your bankrolls all over, and you're getting bonus rounds, and you're having fun. So the idea is to have some fun, but you want to be able to take advantage of the free play that they give you to lower the casino advantage against you. And you're not going to be able to do that unless you join the Players Club, because that's going to track all your play, and that's going to let the casino know how much you've played and how much they should rebate back to you. Plus, the other thing is you'd be eligible for other freebies. They'll give you gifts. They'll give you free show tickets, free buffets.
They'll give you free
hotel
rooms, free meals, all sorts of stuff.
Right. So, and if you were going to go stay at the hotel, it would cost you money. So again, these are things that will help you cut down on the casino's advantage by rebating to you cash, or also some of these free gifts or food items that you can always use.
Now, tip number 2 is to set a budget. The worst thing that you can do is, say you're going to Vegas and you're going to be there for 3 days, and you set aside $1,000. You said, I've got $1,000 I can gamble with. The worst thing you can possibly do is blow that $1,000 all in the first day. I mean, it happens. People go to Vegas, they get all caught up in all the lights and signs and all that, and they lose track and just blow all their money right up front. And then what are you going to do for the last 2 days if you lost all your gambling money?
Yeah, and you want to be realistic with the budget that you set. If you have $1,000, you're going to be in Vegas for 3 days. I don't think you want to be playing $5 slot machines. I don't even think you want to be playing $1 slot machines. You might be able to make with quarter slot machines, but more realistically, probably nickel or even penny slot machines. So you want to set a budget, and don't go chasing comps. By this we mean, if you're a quarter player, don't go to playing dollar slots because the comps are going to be better. Yes, the comps will be better, but your expected loss is higher also. So you want to set a budget, and with this budget, gambling is entertainment. Basically, that's what it is. If you were to go out to, say, a concert or something, you spend $150 at a concert, or you went to a football game, you don't have anything tangible to show for it. All you have is the thrill of the experience of going to this event. So gambling is the same thing. You're paying for the experience. So, but the other thing is, with gambling, you might actually win money. Where if you go to a concert or a game of some kind, you're not going to win money. So it's the idea is to have some fun and to be realistic about it. You really need to set a budget and stay within the parameters of that budget.
Yeah, and tip number 3 is don't always bet the max coins. There are sometimes you should bet max coins, and there's sometimes you shouldn't. For instance, if you're playing on one of these penny slot machines that have these crazy wide area progressives where you can win millions of dollars, you're going to want to bet the max coins, because if you're not betting the max coins, you're just building up that progressive jackpot for somebody else to win. Can you imagine if you're sitting there on a Megabucks machine and the max bet is 3 credits and you're only betting 2 credits, and you hit the 3 gold eagles or whatever it is to win the $10 million progressive, but instead of winning $10 million, you win $1,000.
And it's happened.
Yeah, it's happened a lot, and you'd be pretty upset, I would think, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to games with bonus rounds, what you want to do is make sure you bet enough to be eligible for the bonus round. Now, you don't always have to bet max coin in order to be eligible for the bonus round. It depends on the game, and I would say most games, you don't need to bet max coins. Usually, if you just bet 1 per pay line, cover all the pay lines, one coin on each pay line, you're eligible for the bonus round. Now, these bonus rounds are very important for 2 reasons. Number 1 is when you're in a bonus round, you're not betting any money. The machine, you're playing it for free. So you're having fun there in a time period where it's not costing you any money on the machine. Because the more money you put through the machine, the more your expected losses are. So this will cut down on your expected losses. So number 1, make sure you're betting enough to be eligible for that bonus round. So when you go into these bonus rounds, you're not spending more money. And number 2, on these machines, there are really 2 payback percentages. There's a payback percentage on the bonus, and there's also a payback percentage on the base game. So let's say a machine is 88%. Well, the base game may be 80%. And the bonus adds an additional 8% to the payback of that game. So if you don't bet enough money to be eligible for the bonus round on a game with a bonus feature, then you'll never be able to achieve the highest payback percentage on that machine. So if you're only betting, five lines and it's a 20-line machine, the highest payback percentage you could get on that machine would be 80%. But if you were to bet enough, you bet 20, covered all the pay lines, you could bring it up to 88%. So now these are theoretical examples, but that's how the machines work. Now the numbers might be slightly different depending on the machine, but that's how it works. So make sure you bet enough to be eligible for those bonus rounds. It's very important.
And it differs from machine to machine on what you actually have to do to be eligible for these bonus rounds. And if you're not sure, the easiest thing to do is to you can just go into the game rules and look. Like if you're on the slot machine, generally down in the bottom corner, there's a button that either says see rules or see pays. And if you just hit that, and there'll be multiple pages, a lot of times you'll have to hit the next page button to get to where you need, but it will tell you in there exactly what you need to do or how much you need to bet to be eligible for the bonus round. So make sure, if you're not familiar with the slot machine, make sure you hit that button and read through to see exactly how much you need to bet to be eligible.
Yeah, very good advice. And number 4, our final tip for winning on slot machines is...
just like on the roads, speed kills.
Now, when we say speed kills, we mean that the faster you play the machine, the more money you're putting through the machine, and the more money you're expected to lose. So if there's anything you can do to slow down your rate of play, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because, and like we said earlier, playing on a slot machine is a negative expectation game. It's a negative expectation. You know you're going to lose money in the long run. So if you're playing a game that a slot machine that has a 90% payback, that means that for every $100 you're betting through, in the long run, you're going to lose $10. And whether you, if you're betting 100 spins an hour on a dollar machine and you're only betting $100 an hour, versus if you're just sitting there smashing the button as fast as you can and you're doing, I don't know, 4 or 5 times that, you could probably do $400, $500 an hour on the same machine versus $100 an hour. Yeah, you're getting more spins in, but chances are your money's not going to last as long if you're playing $100 an hour versus if you're playing $500 an hour. You're going to go through your money much faster.
Yeah, if you put twice as much money through in an hour, your theoretical loss is expected to be twice as high. Now, the other thing is sometimes you'll see people push the button and then, they won't wait for the reels to stop. They'll push the button again to stop the reels. Now, that doesn't do anything to change the outcome. The outcome, whether you let those reels continue to spin until they stop, or if you push it right away, the outcome will be the same. Once you push the spin button on the machine, the random number generator chooses a combination, and then it's going to show you the corresponding reel stops in the window. So it doesn't matter. Some people say, "Oh, well, I know I can push this and I can stop it with a winning combination." No, you can't, because once you push that button, the outcome will be the same whether you stop the reels early or you just let them go. So you're better off just letting them go because it'll slow down your rate of play.
Yeah, and then back on the speed kill subject, the worst thing you can possibly do speed-wise, which you'll see sometimes in a casino, especially if there's a big promo going on or just on normal days, is if somebody's straddling 2 machines and playing 2 machines at once and just sitting there, and not only are they, because if you're playing 2 machines at once, you can't pay attention to them both at the same time. Generally, if you're betting 2 machines, you're not only are you betting twice as much money because you're playing on 2 slot machines instead of 1, but you're also going to be probably hitting the button just to speed it up because you can't sit there and watch all the reels lock in place on both machines at once. So you're going to be hammering it away. Really, you're going to probably end up playing 4 times as much money through as instead of just twice as much.
Yeah, the other thing you could do is if you're there with a friend, rather than both of you playing 2 machines at the same time, be partners, and the 2 of you can sit there on one machine and you root for each other. So you're not both playing, and you could share in the fun of playing, and you're not playing quite as fast, and your money will last longer.
All right, so those were our top 4 tips for the secrets to winning on slot machines. But I just want to throw a little caveat in here. Steve mentioned earlier that playing slot machines in a casino is, you do it for entertainment purposes. It's the same thing as spending $200 in a slot machine at a casino is the same thing as going to a concert and spending $200. But you'll see, if you walk through the casino, you'll see people doing all sorts of superstitious things, like knocking on the 4 corners before they hit the spin button, or whatever their superstition is, wearing their lucky socks or having their lucky keychain with them. And, in the long run, that's not going to affect how whether you win money or lose money, But the one thing it is going to change is you having fun. And at the end of the day, you can't be sitting in a casino being miserable. If you're doing that, you shouldn't be in a casino. You should be in a casino. If you're going to be playing slots, you should have fun doing it. So if you have any superstitions, like if you like to knock on the 4 corners or knock on certain reels while they're still spinning, or if you like trying to hit the stop button to lock in the reels at a specific point, really do whatever you want as long as it's letting you have fun.
Yeah, the bottom line is to have fun when you go to the casino. Hopefully some of these tips will be good for you to help you stretch your bankroll so you can stay in action longer and hopefully come out a winner in the end.
All right, so that does it for our 4 secrets to winning on slot machines video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss any of our other great videos. And drop a comment down below and let us know what you thought of our tips. If you liked them, if you hated them, if you think we're idiots, you know.
Yeah, thanks very much for watching, and best wishes for good luck in the casinos.